can't stop me now.
What is going on, y'all? Man, it feels like forever and a century since I've done another episode of the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. Now, I tell you what, there has been so much going on. Most of it has to do with the Winter Olympics. We're going to get to that in just a bit. Ooh. Excuse me. Wow. Man, that beer really catches up to you. But like I was saying, most of it does have to do with the Winter Olympics, and man, oh man, what a showing it was. We saw USA, we saw both men and women's hockey beat both men and women's USA hockey beat our arch rivals, those maple syrup suckers up north, fucking Canada. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Obviously, the Gaudreau brothers were definitely looking out for Team USA. But before we get into the show, be sure to click one of two links in the description of this video, whether it says No Mercy Sports or Fit for Life Fitness. If you're looking for some clothing, be sure to click the tab, or be sure to click the link that says Linktree No Mercy Sports, and be sure to check out TrueVictory.com. They have some awesome clothing. I got a few t-shirts myself. I'm trying to rack up some more merch from them and everything like that. And look, they got gym bags, they got all kinds of accessories and everything like that. Once you have found what you're looking for, be sure to use code No Mercy Sports 15 for 15% off your entire purchase. Now, if you're into fitness, and believe me, I've been getting back into the gym. I have. Trust me when I say that, all right? The pain sucks, but that's what makes it worth it, baby. But I will say this. Be sure to click the link that says Linktree Fit for Life Fitness if you want to sign up for the Conqueror Challenge. Basically, you walk a certain amount of miles, you do these virtual challenges, you get virtual postcards. They're really cool. But the biggest payoff is when you get these medals, baby. I just got this bad boy from Welcome to Dairy, and it does this. Hang on one sec. How cool is that? On top of that, you also get to explore Mount Everest. Cleared that, no problem. Very cool medal. Here's the front. Here's the back. Really cool if you ask me. Also did a Athens Greek challenge. Here's that bad boy. And this thing, this little guy right here, is magnetic, comes off, and this is what's on the inside. It is a Greek coin. Really cool. Really cool stuff. Really fun to do. So if you're into that kind of stuff and you want to get some medals like this, be sure to click the tab that says the Conqueror Challenge. Be sure to sign up. You're not gonna regret it. But if you are trying to get back into the gym, I myself have been getting back into the gym for the last few weeks. I've taken some time off, but I mean, come on. When you've been out of the game for the last 4 or 5, 6 years or so, shit happens. But when you want to get back into fitness, be sure to click the tab on Fit for Life Fitness that says the best at-home workout programs you will ever find. It is Beachbody, or Body as they are now known, Bravo Oscar Delta India. And look, it is, P90X, Insanity the Asylum, P90X2, P90X3, P90X, the new generation, just recently dropped. You're going to want to check it out. When you sign up, be sure to use code JamesKBody for 15% off when you sign up. That is James K as in Kilo, Body, Bravo, Oscar, Delta, India for 50% off when you sign up. Now, look, we got a lot of topics to discuss right now. We got a lot of fun topics to discuss right now. Why? Because the Winter Olympics are over, and man, oh man, there were some serious signs going in to the gold medal game between USA versus Canada. We're going to get to that in just a bit, but stay tuned. Why? Because it is time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. And at the end of the day, you will know whose game this is, with everybody saying no mercy sports. Let's get into it, baby. All right. I want to thank the 14 people that are tuning in right now. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this show. But hey, let's get right into it because I only got 3 things to say right now. USA, USA, USA. Why? Because, well, we did what we said we were going to do, and that's come home with the greatest prize of all, Canadian tears. Honestly, though, the signs were there for Team USA. Honestly, though, the signs were there for Team USA to take this game against Canada. Miracle, I can't even make this up when I say this. Miracle, if you know, you know. If you know the movie, then you know. Was playing on TV last night. I'm sorry. Miracle, the 2003 movie, was playing on TV the night prior. The next morning, it marked 46 years to the day since a Miracle on Ice, since USA beat Russia, or the heavily favored Russians. And then on top of that, USA had a guardian angel looking out for them in the gold medal game. That guardian angel was Johnny motherfucking Gaudreau, a.k.a. Johnny Hockey, baby. Now, with USA taking the gold in both men's and women's, is it time to start taking USA serious in hockey? Hell fucking yeah, it is. You know what Team USA could have done in the Winter Olympics, let alone the Four Nations face-off, if the Gaudreau brothers were still here with us today? I mean, if what happened to them isn't a sign, then, I mean, look, RIP to both Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau, but y'all were there with us in spirit, and that was the only thing that matters. And like I said, it is definitely time to start taking USA serious in the sport of hockey. Now, look, we may have lost the gold medal matchup to Canada in the Four Nations face-off final, but I'll tell you what, I saw something on TikTok recently that made so much sense. We beat Canada in one of the games in the Four Nations face-off when we had 3 fights in 10 seconds into the first period, mind you. You know, hey, sorry, that was my cat. Apparently, she wants more treats. Anyways, like I was saying, I saw something on TikTok that made so much sense. When USA beat Canada in the Four Nations face-off prior to the gold medal matchup of the Four Nations face-off, it was a slideshow. It basically said, you know, oh, hey, USA beat Canada, Star Wars, A New Hope. USA won the gold medal matchup in the Four Nations face-off. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. we beat Canada in the gold medal matchup of the Winter Olympics. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. I mean, there is so much to think about of USA beating Canada in the gold medal matchup in the Winter Olympics. I mean, we had two brother combinations on our team, but hey, the real MVP of that game was without a shadow of a freaking doubt, Connor Hellebuck. 41 out of 42 shots on goal he saved. You know how insane that is? We didn't even come within 30 on the 28th, 29th shot on goal for Team USA. It was the golden goal. But look, like I said, I honestly think that it really is time to start taking USA hockey seriously. Like, bro, we're back-to-back World War champs. We excel in football. We excel in baseball. Granted, that's another sport where it is heavily dominated by Latinos and everything like that. We excel in basketball. I mean, if you need further proof, or proof, if you need further proof, watch Steph Curry in the game against France in the Summer Olympics from last year. Hell, USA even dominated the Summer Olympics, if you ask me. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much going on right now. Just my God, it is chef's kiss, if you ask me. But speaking of the USA men's hockey team, this past Sunday was absolutely insane for the men's USA hockey team. Not only did we beat our biggest rival being Canada, suck it, Drake. But USA was able to beat Canada on the 46th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. I'm probably going to get some serious backlash for asking this question, but quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. Because I know what I'm about to say and I know what I'm about. How does Team USA winning the gold medal this year against Canada compare to the gold medal on ice? Now, you're probably thinking, oh, great, this moron is going to go in the direction of USA beating Canada in the gold medal matchup. Nah. I am going in the direction of USA beating Russia for the Miracle on Ice. I mean, Russia were insane favorites. Like we're talking about guys that were with each other practically since birth that have played together. And then you have USA, a bunch of college kids who have beef with each other from like 5-6 years ago. Like, are you kidding me? Plus, you had Al Michaels commentating the game, and just, my God, it doesn't get any better than that. Al Michaels himself said that when he was commentating the Miracle on Ice between USA and Russia, he hit a decibel level when he said the infamous quote, "Do you believe in miracles?" Yes. He hit a decibel level that he straight up said himself he was never going to reach again. And that's what makes the movie Miracle one of, if not the greatest hockey movies ever made, because it is insanely accurate when you actually look at it. They really wanted actors to learn how to skate and play hockey. Instead, they went with a bunch of hockey players that knew how to skate, and they were just like, hey, how are your acting skills? That's all we need to know. I mean, look, Miracle on Ice was, and forever will be the greatest upset in hockey history. My apologies. The Miracle on Ice is, was, and always will be forever the greatest upset in hockey history. That is including the Olympics. That is including the NHL. That is including so many other things that have to do with hockey. Miracle on Ice is head and shoulders above. You are not telling me otherwise on that. A bunch of college kids came together, or I'm sorry, Coach Herb Brooks brought together a bunch of college kids, and they were gold medal winners. How about that? Insane when you think about it. It really is insane. But I will say this, we are still sticking with USA beating those fucking maple syrup suckers, baby. The wins continue to pile up for USA as players Megan Keller and Jack Hughes delivered the golden goals for USA. First in the women's game, Megan Keller would score the game-winning goal against Canada in overtime to win 2-1 against Canada. Fast forward to Sunday, in overtime again. Like, I swear to God, I'm not lying when I say this. When you look at the gold medal matchups for the men and women's hockey teams, the fucking score was the same and it ended the same way in fucking overtime. I mean, it's insane when you really think about it. But the bigger question is, did Megan Keller and Jack Hughes etch their names not only in U.S. hockey history, but also sports history as well? Or I probably should say hockey history as well. I 100% will die on this hill, and I will say yes. They 100% etch their names in the history books. Canada, the literal country that invented hockey, they had back-to-back losses to USA in their own fucking sport. Like, really dwell on that. Seriously. Sorry, my phone went all fucking crazy. But, like, for real, let this sink in. Men's and women's USA hockey beat Canada for the gold medal in their own sport. Megan Keller delivered the golden goal, or if you want to bring back the Summer Olympics, delivered the golden dagger against Canada on a one-on, or I should say 2-on-1, because look, if the net was empty, that puck was going to go in anyways. And then on top of that, you had Dylan Larkin, Zach Werenski, and Jack Hughes on a three-on-one advantage. Werenski passes the puck to Jack Hughes. This dude took a hockey stick to the fucking face, lost his front tooth, and this guy right here, and said, "You know what? Nah." This dude straight up turned into Michael Jordan and said, "You know what? I'm taking that personally, because guess what, Canada? I'm scoring the game-winning goal on your asses." So, like I said, do I believe that Megan Keller and Jack Hughes have etched their names in U.S. hockey history and hockey history as well? Fucking A, Colin. Or, I'm sorry, effing A, Colin. Effing A. I mean, wow. What a 2 weeks it was for USA Hockey. And then on top of that, we have Alyssa Liu, who took the gold medal in women's figure skating, looked directly into the camera and said, "That's what I'm fucking talking about." Like, that is how you represent your fucking country right there, baby. And then obviously Jack Hughes with one of the best speeches that I've ever seen to represent your fucking country. I fucking love it. Oh, man. But again, we're going to still stick with hockey right now. Why? Because I honestly think it is safe to say that the sport of hockey for USA runs through the state of Michigan, because not only are three Michigan teams in college hockey right now in the top 10 rankings, being Michigan State, Michigan, and Western Michigan. Western Michigan is 95. If you need further clarification, I just said Western Michigan is 9-5. And they are within the top. They are in the top 10 rankings of college hockey. Look it up. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyways, but the players that have come out of Michigan is insane. For the women, obviously you have the golden child, Megan fucking Keller. And for the men, everyone that was on the ice for Team USA prior to the game-winning goal was also from Michigan. Whether they grew up there or even moved there for Michigan's development program to get them ready for the NHL and everything like that. I think Jack Hughes was born in Florida, but then moved to Michigan to, go into the developmental program to be trained for the NHL and everything like that. Is it safe to say that Michigan is the epicenter of the hockey world for American players? I say fucking yes. The reason I'm telling you I say yes is because, look, don't get me wrong. I respect the players that come out of Massachusetts or even Minnesota for that matter. Hey, great players have come out of there. But like, seriously, look at the transition prior to the game-winning goal between USA versus Canada for men's USA hockey. You had Dylan Larkin, Zach Werenski, Jack Hughes, and Connor Hellebuck all out of Michigan. Sorry, my pussy is craving attention. I guess she wants more treats. Jelly bean, come here. Sorry, I'm trying to get her on screen right now so you can see the cutie patootie. Hey, come here. I guess she's a little camera shy. Anyways, like I was saying before, I really think that Michigan, it really is the epicenter for American hockey. Look, I respect what Minnesota is doing. I respect what Massachusetts is doing. But when you look at the facts, like a lot of things lie, but numbers never do. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, I guess it's just a wait and see process and see what kind of other players are going to be coming out of both Massachusetts and Minnesota. And I, for one, cannot fucking wait to see what American born players come out of whatever state, whether it is Minnesota, whether it is Massachusetts, whether it is Michigan, whether it's fucking Florida for that matter. I honestly can't wait. But we are going to take our first commercial break. We will be right back in just a minute. And can Team USA go for the golden sweep in the 2026 World Baseball Classic? We're going to answer that question in just a bit. Stay tuned to find out.
love to hate. Andrew Anderson stating truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain taking it over the place. I'm bringing the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take
stop me now.
Gotcha, bitches. You're in the deadlights of Pennywise. Oh, man. But welcome back. We are here to discuss some very important topics. So let's get right into it. Now, we may be in the off season of football right now, but we still got hockey, and we have opening day coming up for baseball. And if that wasn't crazy enough, starting this week, we have the 2026 World Baseball Classic. And then after that ends, we also have the beginning of the greatest college the greatest college tournament in college sports history. March motherfucking Madness, and I for one cannot wait. But for right now, let's focus on the World Baseball Classic, aka the WBC, as it looks like USA can keep the momentum going from the Olympics going into this tournament with the roster that they have. Oh, that was a big one. Now, can USA win the gold medal in this year's WBC? To that, I say I really think that they can. We have Aaron Judge. We have Bobby Witt Jr. We have Corbin Carroll. We have Kyle Schwarber. We have, I believe, Trey Turner. We have Paul Skeens. We have Tyree Skubal. They are stacked, baby. Fucking stacked. And if that wasn't crazy enough, we got motherfucking Clayton Kershaw. Arguably one of the best pitchers in baseball. Hell, probably a top 10 pitcher. Maybe even arguably top 5. I will debate that heavily. Now, I will really say that Nolan Ryan is the absolute number one choice, and it's not even close. Fight me on that. All right. But with the roster that Team USA has going into the 2026 WBC, oh my God, I cannot fucking wait until it starts. Japan, we're coming for that ass. Puerto Rico, we're coming for that ass. Dominican Republic, we're coming for that ass. Venezuela, y'all might have some serious momentum on your side, especially after January. If you know, you know. But regardless, Venezuela, we're coming for that ass the same way that we came for Maduro. Oh, man. But hey, look, we're not trying to get political on this show in any way, shape, or form. Last time I got political, somebody decided to question my time in service. Anyways, so let's move on from baseball into football, because I'll tell you one thing. Aside from Offensive Player of the Year, Jackson Smith and Jigba can now add Super Bowl champ to his now growing NFL resume. No surprise, he won Offensive Player of the Year, as he would finish the season with 120 receptions, 1,800 yards, and 10 touchdowns. All top 10 in the league, by the way. Now, with the offseason here, JSN is looking for a massive contract extension from the Seahawks. Now, after winning NFL Offensive Player of the Year and winning the Super Bowl, did Jackson Smith and Jigba show he deserves a massive contract when his rookie contract is up? To that, I say, hell yeah. Look, don't get me wrong. I got mad respect for Cooper Kupp and the cast that Sam Darnold had around him, but I firmly believe that if you were to take JSN out of that lineup, would the Seahawks really go to the Super Bowl? Would they have won a playoff game? Would they have won the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? I really think that JSN deserves the contract that he thinks he deserves because this dude, like I said, finished top 10 in the league in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. And it's honestly not even close. You know, I firmly believe that this dude is going to be I, wow. I really believe that JSN is going to be an insane weapon for the Seattle Seahawks for years to come. Like, bro, Seattle, y'all better get in where you fit in. Y'all better get this dude a contract because this dude is basically another version of Tyler Lockett. He can get the deep ball. I'm sure he's not going to be as safe as Tyler Lockett. If you know, you know. But you give this kind of weapon to Sam Darnold, we're literally going to be seeing the USC days of Sam Darnold, and it's not even close. So to that, I say, look, give JSN the contract that he deserves, and just keep moving on and hope that you get the repeat. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's move on from some NFL to some college basketball because wow. In the time it took for Michigan to claim the top spot in the top 25 rankings of college basketball, they lost it even quicker. Michigan would go on to lose to Duke 68-63. Duke would give them their second loss on the season. Earlier this season, Michigan would go on to lose to Wisconsin. A very close game, but unfortunately, Michigan couldn't get the job done. Anyways, they would go on to get a bounce back win over Minnesota. And now we got 3 games left in the season until the tournament comes around. With Michigan losing to Duke, did Michigan really deserve the 1 spot? No, they did not. Look, I'm going to say this about Michigan the same way I said about Ohio State football. I think Michigan is fool's gold. Quote me on it. Record this if you want to, but I really believe that Michigan is fucking fool's gold this year. Arizona was top dog for so fucking long. It honestly looked like that we were going to see a undefeated champion for the first time since 75-76 Indiana Hoosiers. But, Indiana, sometimes you got to take a loss where a loss is due. But yeah, like I said, I really think that Michigan going into the March Madness tournament is fool's gold. You can quote me on it, write it down, remember it, take a picture of it. I don't give a fuck. Michigan is fool's gold going into the tournament this year. Hell, Iowa State is above Michigan. Keep that in mind. But speaking of the top 25 rankings, I said it before and I'll say it again. The fact that the college committee had Purdue ranked over the reigning defending national champions, Florida Gators, was crazy work. I still believe that to this day. Oh, but Florida lost basically half their roster to the NBA draft. Purdue basically still has Yeah, the fucking transfer portal exists. Did we forget that? Did we seriously fucking forget that? Whatever. But as I've said again, it's not about how you start. It's about how you fucking finish. And right now, the Gators find themselves at the 7th spot of the top 25 rankings. With 3 games left in the season before March Madness, is there a chance we see Florida go on a run in the tournament? I honestly think Florida really could go on a run. They're currently sitting at 21-6 right now. Um, and wow, I mean, look, again, they had a rough start to their season, but again, it's not about how you start, it's about how you fucking finish. So, if Florida can carry the momentum of 3 wins going into the tournament, I really think that the reigning defending national champions make a run in this tournament. I really think that they do. And this is including the fact that we got Duke at the 1 seed, Arizona, UConn, Purdue, and again, the reigning defending national champions. Yes. Sorry, the kitty's here. Hold on. Let me get the girly girl on the screen. Oh, okay. Hey, it's all right. Daddy's got you. Say hi. Well, I guess she wants to sit in her tower. But yeah, like I said, I really think that Florida could really make a run. But then again, this is the March Madness tournament. Again, the greatest college sports tournament of all time. We could see teams making a Cinderella run. We could see teams like um, we could see teams make a big upset. I'm talking UMBC upsetting #1 Virginia. I'm talking Fairleigh Dickinson upsetting Purdue. This is what the March Madness tournament is all about. And I, for one, cannot fucking wait. But we're going to take our final commercial break. When we come back, we are going to make some NCAA basketball predictions. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a fun time, baby. So.
The one you love to hate, Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain, well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the
Nobody can stop me now.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome fucking back. All right. Now, to close out the show, we are going to make some college basketball predictions as March Madness approaches, and I, for one, cannot wait for March Madness to be upon us. But like I said, we still got the WBC coming up. That is going to be happening at the end of next week. Again, I cannot fucking wait. Oh, this is going to be fun. But let's get things started as we got number 11, Virginia, going into the Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, to take on now number 1 ranked Duke. Look, Virginia is a good basketball team. There is no doubt about that. But look, Duke is now number 1 for a reason. They took out number 1 Michigan this past week. Give me fucking Duke. Do not sleep on the goddamn Blue Devils, baby. All right. Next up, we got Colorado going into the Fertitta Center in Houston, Texas, to take on the 5th ranked Cougars. I mean, this is a literal no-brainer. Give me the 5th ranked Houston Cougars, baby. Up next, we got Seton Hall going into the Gampel Pavilion in Storrs, Connecticut, to take on the 6th ranked Huskies. Give me the goddamn Huskies. It's not even close. All right. Next up, we got St. Joseph's go. Oh, God. Okay. Probably veer away from that game because usually Rhode Island is honestly a sleeper team, but they are currently sitting at 15-13 right now. Yeesh. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Now, here's a team that's usually pretty good, and they are. They are a sleeper team, especially when it comes to the March Madness tournament. We got Fordham. We got Fordham going into the Siegel Center in Richmond, Virginia, to take on VCU. Let's take a look at what Fordham is doing right now. Oh, okay. You know what? Okay. Look, just because Fordham is 16-12, hey, there have been multiple teams in the March Madness tournament that have had double-digit losses, but in this case, give me fucking VCU, baby. All right. Ooh, okay. Two very well-known college basketball schools. We got Georgetown, who is currently 13-15. Georgetown, I guess there's a reason that they're actually good at lacrosse. Okay, we got a battle of mid-tier teams. What the fuck is even that? All right, so we're gonna skip Georgetown going into Cincinnati, Ohio, to take on Xavier because both teams are 13 and 15. Because again, what the fuck is even that? Like Georgetown and Xavier have been the teams to watch out for when it comes to March Madness. Now, look, they're probably on a downslope, but Jesus Christ. Oy. Next up, we got 24th ranked Louisville going into my internet would work. We got 24th ranked Louisville going into Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina to take on the Tigers. Now, look, I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm taking Louisville in this matchup because, look, they're in the top 25 rankings for a reason. Yeah, they got the same record as Clemson right now, but again, look, they are in the fucking rankings for a reason. Anyways, next game up, Kentucky. I don't know what the fuck you're doing right now. Like, at one point, y'all were in the top 25 rankings. Now you're out? The hell is even that about? Anyways, we got the 25th ranked Commodores sitting at 22 and 6 going into the Rupp Arena in Lexington going into the Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky to take on the 18 and 10 Wildcats. Well, let's take a look at yeah, that would be a big reason why you're out of the top 25 rankings. In 4 games, they have gone 1-3. So, you know what? Give me Vanderbilt in this game. All right. Now, we got big shout out to my next door neighbor from 26 years ago who went to St. Bonaventure, who's currently sitting at 15 and 13. Oy vey. Dude, you gotta find a new team, my man. You gotta find a new team. As they go into Eagle Bank Arena in Fairfax, Virginia, to take on a team that went on an insane run. I want to say in 2005, 2006, maybe, as they take on the George Mason Patriots, who are currently sitting at 21 and 7. Give me the goddamn George Mason Patriots, baby. Let's fucking go. All right. Next game up, we got UCLA. Big shout out to Terry, or I should say, Scary Terry. We got the UCLA Bruins sitting at 19 and 9 as they go into the Williams Arena in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to take on the 13 and 15 Golden Gophers. Give me the goddamn UCLA Bruins, baby. Let's fucking go. All right. Next up, we got Boston College, who is currently 10 and 18. Yikes. Going into the Watsco Center in Coral Gables, Florida, to take on the 22 and 6 Miami Hurricanes. Give me the fucking U in this one, baby. It's not even close. All right. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, okay. Let's see. We got Campbell. Oh, never mind. Never mind. All right. Hell no. I was going to make a prediction about the Citadel going into. Actually, you know what? Might have to make it. Next up, we got the Citadel going into the Jerry Richardson Indoor Arena in Spartanburg, South Carolina, to take on Wofford. Give me Wofford in this one. It's not even fucking close. The Citadel is currently sitting at 9 and 21. Yikes. Like literal yikes. Yeah, no, not doing you. Y'all had one good run in, I want to say, 2018, 2019. I'm talking about the Oakland Grizzlies. Really hope I got that right. Or Golden Grizzlies, God forbid. Same difference, though. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Now we got some games worth talking about. First up, we got the 12 and 16 South Carolina Gamecocks going into the Stegman Coliseum in Athens, Georgia, to take on the 19-9 Georgia Bulldogs. Andrew, I love you, but give me the Georgia Bulldogs in this one, man. Sorry, I had to say it. You know, it's not even close. Next up, we got 14th ranked Kentucky going into the McHale Memorial Center in Tucson, Arizona to take on the second ranked Arizona Wildcats. Man, you know what? I honestly think that Arizona getting their losses out of the way in the time that they did is definitely good for them. Give me the Arizona Wildcats. Let's see what Kansas is currently sitting at right now. Oh, 21-7. And in their last 4 games, they are 2-2. But one of those wins was against Houston. However, one of those losses was against Iowa State. Not a good look, guys. All right, next up, we got the 16th ranked 21-7 Texas Tech Red Raiders going into, oh boy. All right, going into Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa to take on the 24-4 fourth ranked. Wow, so many fours. Iowa State Cyclones. Look. Mm, 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 mm. Texas Tech, love you, but there is a reason that Iowa State is number 4 for a reason. Give me the Iowa State Cyclones. Next up, we got the 24-4 12th ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers going into the Galen Center in Los Angeles, California to take on the 18-10 USC Trojans. And give me the goddamn Cornhuskers. I'll take that bet any day of the goddamn week. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right. Ugh, hell no. No, no, hell no. Oh, here we go. All right. So, next game up, we got really Providence. Had fucking hopes for you guys. Ugh. Anyways, we got the 13-15 Providence Friars. Go fucking figure. Hang on a sec. Just bear with me real quick. Hang on. All right. All right, another letdown. Jesus, I was gonna call a prediction for the Providence Friars against the Creighton Blue Jays, but fuck that. All right, give me a sec right now. All right, here we go. We got the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks, who are currently sitting at 25-4. That's definitely good one, as they go into Sharp Gymnasium in Houston, Texas to take on the 11-18 Houston Christian Huskies. Man, give me SFA, man. Not even close. All right, next game up. Here we go. All right, next game up, we got 19th ranked 20-8 BYU Cougars going into the West Virginia University Coliseum in Morgantown, West Virginia, to take on the 16-12 West Virginia Mountaineers. You know what? Look, BYU is in the top 25 rankings for a reason. Give me the fucking Cougars. All right, let's see what else we got here. No. Ooh, here we go. This should be a good one. Or actually, this might be another good. No, it will not be. God, sorry. I'm looking at teams that have been so good for so long, especially being in the tournament. And they're literally 2 games above 500. I'm talking about Providence, the Creighton Blue Jays, fucking Syracuse. At least George Mason didn't disappoint when I made a prediction on that. Still got George Mason winning that game, though. Again, another fucking disappointment. Because fucking Wake Forest is currently sitting at 500. Jesus Christ. Anyways, next up, we got the 17th ranked. Can't believe I'm actually saying these words. We got the 17th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide, who are sitting at 21-7. Going into the Food City Center in Knoxville, Tennessee, to take on the 22nd ranked Tennessee Volunteers, who currently sit at 20-8. You know what? College basketball is a different level than college football. So, with that said, give me the fucking Volunteers for an upset. At this point, I'm really scared to click on teams that are like, oh yeah, you know, I watched them growing up. Fungal. I watched them growing up. They've been good for so long. Let's see what they're looking like. All right. Here's a battle of the East Coast as we got the Villanova Wildcats, who are currently sitting at 22-6. As they go into MSG to take on 15th ranked St. John's Red Storm, who are currently 22-6 as well. I honestly think this is going to be a great matchup. You know what, though? Give me Villanova for the upset. Do not sleep on the Wildcats, baby. Next up, we got Dickensie Dukes, who are currently sitting at 16-12, as they go in. Again, apologies. My fucking computer is just like, hey, fuck you. As they go into Chaifetz Arena in St. Louis, Missouri, to take on the 23rd ranked St. Louis Billikens, who are currently sitting at 25-3. How the fuck? St. Louis isn't ranked higher with only 3 losses. It's kind of mind-boggling. But then again, you look at the teams that are currently in the top 5, maybe even in the top 3, kind of makes sense. So, but anyways, in this case, give me the 23rd ranked St. Louis, baby. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, here we go. I think we got a few good ones coming up. All right. Next up, we got 20th ranked Arkansas, who is currently sitting at 21-7. As they go into the Stephen C. O'Connell Center in Gainesville, Florida, to take on the 7th ranked 22-6 Florida Gators. Look. I'll be honest, Arkansas, in a way, y'all may have a good basketball program, but give me the reigning defending national champions, 7th ranked Florida in this matchup. All right, next up, we got the God damn it. Next up, we got the 18-10 Virginia Tech Hokies going into Dean E. Smith Center. Let me make sure I got this right. Going into the Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, to take on the 18th ranked North Carolina Tar Heels, who are currently sitting at 22-6. Look, North Carolina has never been a team that you sleep on when it comes to college basketball, especially college lacrosse. So having said that, give me the North Carolina Tar Heels in this game. All right. And finally, we got 9th ranked Gonzaga, who is currently 28-2. Yet somehow they're going to find a way to choke in the fucking March Madness tournament. Quote me on that. As they head into University Credit Union Pavilion in Moraga, California. Really? Huh. As they take on St. Mary's, who are currently sitting at 26-4. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Gonzaga on this one. Obviously, it looks like Gonzaga is gonna go out on a high to end the season, but like I said, they will still somehow, some way, find a way to choke in the March Madness tournament. That's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. And if you want further proof, go back to the 2020 March Madness tournament when Baylor absolutely whooped that ass. All you got to do is watch the highlights, baby. But that's all the time that we have for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. I want to thank the 35 people that came out for tonight's episode and tuned in and obviously listened to what I had to say about the topics that were discussed. Look, it's Friday. We got the weekend coming up. So, as per usual, don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Don't end up in the hospital dead or in jail. If you end up in jail, call somebody whose number you have memorized and then proceed to establish dominance quickly. All right? It's not that hard. But until next time, I hope everybody has an awesome weekend this weekend. It's all about having fun, all about letting loose and everything like that. Know your limits, but have fun. All right. Until next time, peace out.